You may be seated. I'm going to read out of 2 Timothy, but I've had a tendency to stop now and then when I read some of this, and it causes me pause, and I don't want you guys to stand there too long. 2 Timothy, 2nd chapter, we're going to read the first 5 verses. Thou, therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Christ Jesus. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. Now, faithful men, that's some kind of awful, it's difficult to find them sometimes. But what you learn, what Paul was teaching Timothy and the other people around, find other people to tell them, and they'll be firm. They will be firm, solid people, faithful people. It's hard to find anybody faithful these days on anything. From their families, their jobs, the way they deal with their children or anything. It's just nobody's faithful anymore. It's rare you can count on anybody exactly. But anyway, he's telling us that's who we need to look for. And if you find a faithful person, you think you found one and you didn't. About the next thing you know, he's messed up. And I can't count the times I've messed up. So I'm talking about myself also here. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ. Now, he is warning us. You want to be faithful, but it's going to be hard. Now, in my opinion, it's still not as hard as a sinner's life. I've witnessed both. This is easy compared to sinner's life, but this is still hard because our enemy is not people that we can see. Our enemy is sneakier than that. He comes camouflaged, and we think we're on the right path. And it's hard to stand true. Folks, he's put it as an army. In other words, we're soldiers in the war against Satan. We're fighting directly against Satan. We're just soldiers. We're the infantry. We're the grunts. We're the privates, or whatever. And we're fighting against this great war. Now, I know a few of you have been in the military. I know immediately Tony has, and some of you others have been in the military. When you go to boot camp, I understand it's hard. They're preparing you for a battle. I know they did the same type of thing in the police academy. There was some very hard things we had to go through up there. Because they were preparing us for what's going to happen. Paul is trying to prepare Timothy for the challenges that's going to take place in your life. And buddy, is there some challenges come or what? And they're the kind of challenges that you just can't beat somebody up over about. You can't shoot them with a rifle or something. It's emotional things. It's things that hurt inside. It's mental problems. It's people can't even make coffee. It's just battles. It's hard. No man that worth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life. This one flummoxes me. No man can work for Christ and entangle yourself with the snares of this life, with the part of the worldly system. Now, I can ask everybody here, how many only serves God? And I bet everybody in here would serve. I serve God. How many in here serves a false god? No. Oh, yes, we do. And I'm as bad as the rest of us. And it's got us so entangled this life, and you can sit there and say, no, not me, not me, not me. Oh, yes, you too. We're all in this boat together. Brother Wade back there gave me a book on this, he called the Economic Armageddon coming, and of course I knew a lot of it, and I've been reading through it, but there was the author was a pastor. He's reading some stuff in there, and Betty, he was tearing me up too on this. He said, we serve somebody. Either serve God or Satan. But basically, we said, we don't know, we just serve God. No, you serve your employer. You serve your customer if you're in business by yourself. You serve somebody all the time. You're not to entangle yourselves with the affairs of this world. Now, how do you do that? Jesus said, if you don't provide for your family, you're worse than infidel. We got to entangle ourselves. But we end up, we say, well, we got to do the job that God told us to do because we got to feed our family, that's fine, but I don't serve them. I'm serving God the best of my ability. No, you're serving your wallet. I have one of these things I see on TV. keeps all your stuff safe, and it's kind of a nice wallet. We serve this stupid thing. If you don't think you don't, you're mistaken. How much of it do you give to God? Well, first of all, we got to take care of our business first, which makes sense. We have to. God expects us to do that. But I serve God first. I ain't worried about the money. God's taking care of me. I don't worry about the money. I serve. Okay? He did this little what do you want to call it? Illustration. He was talking to a crowd of people, and he says, "Everybody, take your wallet out." And they did. No, do it. Okay. He said, "Okay, now swap wallets with the person sitting next to you. Now I want you to give out of that wallet what you think you should give God." No. Again, I will say, you've switched wallets now. Now you give how much you think you should give God. Somebody else is fine. Who do we serve? Isn't it odd that they call that credit card the MasterCard? Is that not it? We ensnare ourselves with the things of the world, and we can't even get loose. I tell you, we've not been financially rich people in life. We just haven't been, and things would be going good for us. And I just a few years back here, I had an opportunity to really expand our income. And I'm a pastor here at the church, so I got to be careful how I do things. We need to support our kids and our grandkids and whoever else is coming along with people around us. And I had a chance to get a really big income. And I told them, well, I'd be glad to do that. You got to have me home for Sunday, because I pastor a church. Well, we really like you, Tim, but I don't see how we can do that. The First Fleet has just been wonderful people to me. I'm telling you, I love those people down there, the owners of the company, and been out to their places down there in Tennessee. They call us down now and then, and they invite Rose and I out their house. Now, they don't have financial trouble when they have helicopter pads on their property. There's some of these, and they had no concern about paying us money, whatever we said at any time ever. It just flummoxed me. And got the places. Now we can fly you to Denver here, we fly here, go to all these trains all over the place. You're all expense paid. You take your wife with you and all this. And they did. They always paid Rose to go right along, just like she was somebody special. They didn't know her from Adam. She was special. They were family oriented. But it come down to it. But you'd have to be gone on the weekend. Sorry. Love to do it. Use the cash. And I cannot be servant to them. Right. Because I'm going to face God soon. That's right. And He's got more money than both of them. All of them. He's got my eternal soul. What's it worth? What price would you lose your soul for? Well, we got a pair of bills. I understand that. And I'm going to tell you, when I was a kid growing up, and I had a wife and 2 kids, I'm kind of like the same shape Nate is this morning. I used to bake donuts till 4 or 5 or 6 in the morning, and I mean, tons of them and stuff, and then have to go to church in a couple hours after a long, hard night's work, but I wouldn't miss it for nothing. Because I can't let the devil push me around. Because if he lets you push you around, you're going to end up losing your soul. Don't tangle yourselves with the affairs of this world. Yes, you're going to have an income. Yes, you're going to pay your bills. Put God first. If God's telling you to do something in your heart first, don't let the money be the issue. Amen. Don't let it. You're selling your soul pretty cheap. That's right. Don't let it do it. Anyway, let's go back to this. Don't worth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen to be a soldier. If a man also strive for mastery, yet is not crowned, except he strive lawfully. What he's saying here, you got to run this race, and you got to be good at it, and you got to be an expert at it, but you can't cheat and take shortcuts. We're talking about your salvation here now. There are several places in the Bible that talks about people trying to get through the back door. It's not going to happen.
That's right.
It's the hard way. Straight is the gate, narrow is the way, and few there be that find it. It's not easy. The easy way is normally trouble. I know a lot of times in driving a big truck around, you want to take shortcuts. I come to my rule of thumb there for in trucking was big truck, big road. That's it. Stay on the big highway as best you can because you need that space. You take a shortcut and you're normally in trouble. And you end up costing you more time than it ever did just doing it the right way in the first spot. Obey the rules. I'm going round and round about this, and you guys have to bear with me on this because I still can't get clear in my mind about treating people, how to treat them. A lot of times we're led around by the nose by people that are, I don't want to be named one, I say doofus is not too bad of a name, is it? Sometimes a doofus will come in and you want to be helpful and you want to be kind, and pretty soon they've got everybody running around being absolutely stupid and nobody knows even what happened. This doofus was leading.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to be nice and kind.
Right.
And or sometimes, out of our kindness, we try to help people. You can't take shortcuts. Now, please nobody take offense to this. And bear with me, because it's a very difficult thing to talk about. Right when I was trying to get this all together last night, this very thing, we got a phone call at the house, was from somebody just trying to lead us down a path that was so mixed up and caused more anger and trouble and everything. I'm thinking, what in the world is Saturday night, isn't it? Yes, it was Saturday night.
Right.
And if we wasn't careful, we got caught up into their soup, we'd be drowning in it today and couldn't even control the service. Listen. Somebody comes to you and says, what church do you go to? I'm just going to use an example here. Nobody's done this and I know, I'm not care. And you say, we go to the Christian United Church. Okay, I'll be there Sunday morning because I need my light bill paid. Do you think it would honestly help them to pay their light bill? Now, we see somebody in need. We give money every time Rose and I get a chance, we'll help. But somebody's living a sinful life and they're coming to church because they want their finances taken care of. You're in the wrong business. This is not to take care of your finances. It's to save your everlasting soul from hell's fire. It's serious stuff. You come in here for any other reason but to worship God, you're standing a chance of burning in eternal hell.
Right.